Hey guys, it's Chouch, and today I want to sit down and talk to Anime Adventures, and I want to talk to you guys about the game. As we've seen, there's many videos recently talking about the future of the game, and I want to talk about the things that I believe we should address. And of course, I've really sat down and thought about these things. So, I've listed the top one thing I think Anime Adventures needs to focus on moving forward to ensure the success of this game. I've literally never made a video talking about the state of this game since I played over a year ago, and there's a reason for that. We've all been so locked in not playing the game for the past year, and of course now, there is still problems that we could resolve, small problems, but people either type about it in general chat, in the Anime Adventures server, or keep it to themselves. With that being said, I don't think we should nitpick over every small little problem, making them into a massive problem. I think Anime Adventures has done a great job bringing the game back to where it's been since a year ago, but we are now going to dive into what I think Anime Adventures needs to improve on in a constructive manner and have a conversation about the state of the game. Now, the first and only point we need to talk about is the macros and the new event. Now, as a player, I care a lot more about the units than the actual gameplay of the game, because let's face it, it's a tower defense game. There isn't much in the way of core gameplay. Sure, you can change it up a bit and such, but it's always going to be the same. So, in general, you would care more about having good, cool units and such, because the gameplay can get boring. And trust me, I've played plenty of the game to really get into the gameplay loop, because I've done both the Vegito grind and just finished with the Ainz grind. And I was there for every single second of it. But while I was doing it, I ran into many players who seemed to put down their units in a straight line in the back of the map where we spawned. And it's because of the problem at hand. Macroing. And for the few that don't know what macroing is, it's where you have an automated application play the game for you and you don't ever have to do a thing. And why is this such a problem? Because it ruins the point of the game. In my opinion, the point of the game is to grind for the cool units that you can be proud that you grind it for. But these macro players don't play the game at all. They just have some application play it for them, and honestly, I'm sat there asking, what's the point? What are you doing this for? Because for me, once I spend days grinding for a cool unit, I can then use that unit to grind for the next big thing that I want to grind for. But these people, all they do is they get the unit and then what? Have their macro put it down for them in the next winter infinite they do. They don't even look at the unit in-game or see what it does half the time. Like, do they want to look at it in the lobby? Because honestly, they probably don't even do that either, because most of these players, they don't play the game after they get home and stop their macro. All they do is get off the game and go on a different game that they can actually enjoy playing. Now, for my next point to why macroing is ruining the game is because of matchmaking. Now, I want you to try this right now. Go into a winter event, or hell, even the old Halloween event, and just take a look at the team that you're put with. Are some of them looking at the floor or even typing something in chat along the lines of like, I need to take my dog out, or don't worry, I'll put a unit down soon, just defend? And does it happen to be maybe 4 or 5 of your teammates? Because this happens just about 99% of the time. Because the whole game is just run by these robots that use this macro. And some people love to say, oh, but I put my units down because I have my macro, put my units down. Well, that's only some of the people, and most of these people are just even still ruining the game because they don't bring hybrid units, they don't bring air units, so you'll just end up losing extremely early at wave maybe 12 or so, getting 100 of the new winter stars, because this is the point of the macro. All they want to do is to get to that round 12 to get 100 stars and then die, so their macro can go to the next one as soon as it possibly can, because this is the point of the macro. It is to just get stars as fast as possible so that these people can wake up to a good 30 to 50k stars after they wake up in the morning. And even after all of that, some people just say, it's not that bad, just go to the Discord and get a team that will grind with you, stop crying about the macros. But the thing is, not everyone has the ability to go to the Discord. I know people that are banned from the Discord, or sometimes the Discord's just full, and sometimes, even once you're in the Discord, people don't always have the team that someone's maybe looking for. Obviously, people want you to have good units, so sometimes these teams will be looking for people with nearly full unique teams, or they want you to bring a Griffith buff or Wenda and Irwin buff, but not all players have these things. Obviously, the re-release of the game has brought a lot of new players to the game, so they don't automatically have access to these units. So no matter how you look at it, these players have no choice but to fall back on the auto matchmaking of the game, which the macroers have deemed just unplayable, because all they do is put down their useless units or don't put units down at all. So this is exactly why AA needs to do something, anything, besides the stupid CAPTCHA that this macro can solve, by the way. They need to figure out some way to stop these people from macroing. So, how could Anime Adventures fix this problem? Well, to be honest with you, I don't have too many ideas off the top of my head that could fix this solution, as this macro just scans your screen and adapts to pretty much everything in the game, as it could be used in just about anything, obviously. So I think the only way that I could possibly see it being fixed at this point is to make it bannable. As much as I have friends that do this, sadly, I do believe that making it bannable as some form of cheating or such is the only possible solution that I could possibly see for this problem at hand. Now, they should warn the players that have done it past tense that their future actions to macro would be bannable. Obviously, these people are still part of the community of the game, and I still want them to be part of the community, but I feel like moving forward, macroing should be bannable at some point. Anyways, end of my first Yap session ever. Thank you for, listening to the Yap session about Anime Adventures. Stay safe out there. Don't macro. Yeah, never mind. I think I found the right solution. I think we have to make them do Chop Chin Abi. I mean, there's like 50 stages. They're all, pretty good, to be honest. And like, a macro ain't doing that. No matter how many scans there are. No macro's doing that. And then at the end, boom, you're at the winner event. And then you can matchmake. But there still needs to be a CAPTCHA. We still need one of those.